on, my name's Northous. How are you guys doing today? Today guys, I'm going to be bringing you my best class setup in Warzone, how to make your best class setup, and also how to customize it with all the best attachments, following all the stats, following all the attachments that we have available on Warzone. Best way possible to make a class, and I will tell you step by step how to customize it and what to look for in this game. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the video. Hi guys, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you specifically how to create a class for people that don't know 100% how to create the best class. Obviously going through the best weapons, going through what is the best equipment, and overall what the attachments are, because they affect the weapon the best way. Obviously they make it more powerful, they put it to the test, and they may pretty much give you the win in Warzone. You can use a powerful weapon that's obviously overrated and all that stuff, but you can also use underrated weapons as well, which are really good if you put the right attachments on. So I'm going to show you real quick. We are going to go and make a class go down. By the way, welcome to today's video. Hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you haven't dropped a like already. Let's go to this one. Why not? So, for example, I'm going to go with the most obvious class that everyone goes with, which is the MP7. Okay, so the MP7, you can either go with whatever you have. So if you've probably got legendary blueprints or any blueprints for that matter. But the MP7, got the MP7. Top tip here, you are looking for, as you can see at the bottom, accuracy, damage, range, fire rate, mobility, and control. They are your stats for the weapon. So every attachment you put on, most of you guys know this 100%, but I'm just saying this is how I do it. This is how I build my weapon. This is how I build my weapon up in obviously the customization. And if you are new to this game, this video will help you. Obviously I'm here to help you guys overall, everyone overall, but if you guys want to, you know stuff when you just started, this is a little bit of feedback, this is a little bit of help for you, so you can get into it. And obviously there's new guns, new ways of customizing your gun. There's new guns that will be coming out hopefully, so obviously there's new ways of customizing your weapon. Overall you do have 9 slots and you can only use 5 of them, but you want to get the best out of it. So if we go in, for example, I'm going to show you, you basically want to go down the list and obviously have a look at what gives you the best stats for that, because all the stats are going to add up and they're going to make your accuracy, your damage, your range, your fire rate, and your mobility and control like heighten. So you kind of want to make sure you're getting green bars and all of them to link it all up. This will give you the best weapon, gives you your pros and gives you your cons. So obviously you want to make sure that you don't have any cons at all. You just want to have the pros. So what you do by that is you go down to the best weapon. There will be cons on most of them, but you want to have the least amount possible. You want to have basically the best stats and the less cons as possible. So we'll go through them. We'll just have a look at them. And of course, the tactical's got the best accuracy, it's got a tiny bit of mobility that's coming off it. Muzzle brakes, good, it's got a little bit of control extra, recoil, staying with. As you can see, muzzle brakes, pretty good, it's got the control and it's got the accuracy in green. You can see a tiny bit of control. Obviously the pro of that is obviously the recoil stabilization. Then obviously breach device is terrible, lightweight terrible, got a tiny bit of accuracy. So probably the best for this, because you want to have range and accuracy, is obviously the monolithic suppressor, which is obviously what I would use for my class 100%. Mostly muzzle brake, because obviously you've got the mobility, the control, and the accuracy, but the monolithic suppressor is probably going to be what you want for silence and stuff like that. But you can go with muzzle brake, so you know, we can go for muzzle brake, we can go for suppressor. I'm going to go with suppressor because obviously you want the damage range and the sound suppression. You will have cons 100% on most of your weapons, because some of the attachments that are provided have to obviously balance the weapon, so they will take off. For example, mobility there, they will take it off. They will have cons because obviously aiming down sight speed will weaken a little bit. You don't have to worry about that, because if you've got more damage in range, you're going to hit the shots a lot quicker and you're going to kill the person a lot quicker than obviously without them worrying about the shots and all that stuff. You will obviously hit your shots and they're going to have to worry about whatever they have. You're going to have the range and the accuracy, and you're going to obviously have the control. So obviously you're going to have more damage, you're going to have more range and more bullet velocity, recoil control, and then obviously the aim down sight is going to be pointless, because if you're literally aiming down your sight already and you're already firing your bullets, if you're aiming down your sight as you're firing bullets, you've already kind of aimed down your sight anyway while firing bullets. So if you shoot somebody and you're putting bullets into them, you're basically going to kill them by the end of obviously aiming down your sight. It's just the way it kind of goes. The movement, you're not going to be moving really much. You might be moving a tiny little bit, but you're not going to need that anyway, obviously, because it's a movement speed. You're going to be trying to get that accuracy, so you're going to be staying pretty still. So obviously for that, you've got the strike, it's good for the range and the accuracy, and then obviously that's the aim down sight. The recon is 10 times better, and then the SWAT's just differs. It's not very good. Obviously, it's only got a certain amount. The corners, the bullet velocity, and you need bullet velocity obviously for, you know, how much fire rate you have and range you have. So the recon, I would go with the recon 100%. And then obviously we go into the lasers. You're basically going to want to attack laser if you're going to use it. These lasers are pretty okay. None of the lasers are really bad, but your control is going to be obviously what you need on point. Now the best way to create your class is to go through it in sections. And obviously if you get the laser and you're like, okay, I'll put it on. If you're a starter, some of the attachments you might not have, so all these different categories I've got different sights, and I would not recommend putting any sights on because it literally just takes your control and your mobility, and the sight is obviously for your control and accuracy. So although it puts your accuracy up, you want the control as well, because you want to be able to control the gun, and you do not want to be aiming down a sight in close range and then just get like absolutely wiped because someone has a target and they can actually shoot you because they can actually see through their scope. So yeah, as I say, you want to go in sections. Obviously the optic I wouldn't exactly put on. You don't want to put a sight on it because it just, the MP7 has got good iron sights anyway. The stock, you can put no stock on it if you want. You can put any stock, and I normally just keep normal stock because it doesn't really do anything if you don't have a stock on it. It just takes the mobility away, like the movement and stuff, which isn't really what you need anyway. You don't really need that much movement. You're going to be running, so you're basically set with the speed you run anyway with the weapon. And the weapon's not heavy, it's a light SMG anyway, so it's pretty decent. But yeah, obviously you keep the laser sight on. If you don't have much attachments, you're not going to have all the things that I have unlocked. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the stuff you will not have. But it's all good, you don't have to worry about it. You just kind of go with what your instinct is. Obviously just follow the stats. Our number one rule, follow the stats. As I say, you will not have most of the things unlocked. Different guns are going to be different, so when you get to different guns, you want to kind of think, right, okay, what attachments line up with the green. You want to have as much green as possible and a tiny bit of red. You want to kind of scroll through them as well to obviously have a look and see if your gun changes. But yeah, optics we're not going to go on. We're not going to go with stock either. Underbarrel, you want to kind of go through because some of them are pretty good. The Ranger and I would say the Commando are probably the best. They both take off mobility, but you want to see what does the best on that, and by the looks of things, obviously the Ranger, you can see aim walking movement speed is a con, aim down sight speed. Then you go to Commando, you got recoil, stabilization, and aiming stability. Both pros. You want to go with the Commando because you don't want to add another con on when you don't have to, so you just keep the Commando on. And as you can see, you've got so many green bars on there at the minute. You've got 3 big green bars and 1 red for the mobility, and it's just for your movement. But the gun's light is anyway, so you're going to be fine. Your ammunition, I wouldn't bother with that. You've got enough bullets in there anyway. I think you get 60 bullets in the mag anyway, so you're pretty much decent, or like 40 or 50, I'm pretty sure. So it's pretty decent. You're going to be able to take 2 people out in the team. You may have to reload for the 3rd guy if you're playing squads, or if you're just playing solos. It's a really good secondary or primary weapon to use if you want to use that. Rear grips, you don't really want to use. I'm not going to say that you need to use that, but if you wanted to use this over the laser sight, you would go over to that and then you go to the laser sight, and as you can see with that, if you take the laser sight off and then you put the laser sight back on, you're adding stuff on. So you want to go, right, okay, I don't need this. You don't need the tape, you don't need the grip. What I would go for next for the perk is FMJ, because FMJ is literally the only one, as well as Sleight of Hand gives you some green, but FMJ is the only one that gives you more damage, and you want more damage in them fights. So as we were saying before, it gives you bullet penetration through walls as well. But as I was saying before, when you go back to your aim walking movement speed and also your recoil sustainability and aiming, if you go back to the recon, it says aim down sight speed and movement speed. Now you've basically just countered that by putting FMJ on, because as we were saying before, you're not going to need anything in your optics. So on board with the aim down sight speed and also the movement speed on the recon, you just countered that by putting FMJ on, because as you can see now, if you go on the bottom, you look at the bottom corner, you can see 4 bars are green. Your fire rate's fine, the fire rate amazing on the MP7 because it's a fast weapon. But you've just created a really good class there by going through the stats and having a look, and then you have just realised that's going to be a perfect weapon in a fight. The aim down sight doesn't matter because you have enough fire rate, enough range, enough damage, enough accuracy and control to kill them. That will support you in a game, in a battle. This is how you make an amazing class in Warzone. This is how you make an effective class in Warzone. This will protect you in many fights. The MP7 is an overpowered weapon as it is. It's an overrated weapon, and I use this one specifically because this is one of my favourite setups. But you will be perfectly fine with this class. Absolutely perfect with this class. You will not have any troubles with it. You can take this class if you would like to take this class. I would recommend this class 100% because you have all the stats. 4 main things in this game: accuracy, damage and range, and control. They're the 4 things that you want to have green. Fire rate, it's a bonus if you get another modification on it where you get an extra length of the green, I guess you could say. That's the best way I can describe it. Mobility, it's okay. You're going to be running anyway. You most likely have dead silence. If you don't have dead silence for that moment in time, that's totally fine. Don't worry about it. It's all good. You will absolutely dominate with this class. If you run any perks with it, you're going to be running Ghost. So we've just put the attachments on there now. Run a secondary. You can even run Cold-Blooded, run Ghost, run Tracker so you can see the footsteps. That's perfect. If you're going to be running around, you can put a Semtex on it. Your main primary weapon is what you need. So if you want to use a pistol, if you want to use an RPG, if you want to use RPG, I've got a class myself. There we go, I've got that class. I think that's the same setup as well. Yeah, it's exactly the same setup, and that is basically a really good class if you want to get mad kills. You will turn into a noob because you're using the RPG. Don't get me wrong, I use the RPG too, but it's a powerful setup. You can kill someone with the RPG, or you can damage someone's armor and completely rip it off with the RPG, depending on how close you are to them, and finish them off with an MP7. Perfect combination. You're going to have no problems with the damage and aiming down sight and the movement speed and firing them and killing them with the fire rate because you've already damaged them enough. The MP7 will just finish them off in like 2 seconds, literally 2 bullets. This class I would recommend for a starter. If you guys are a starter, go for it 100%. It's the best way possible to do it. But if you're obviously going to be wanting to go sniping, so for example we'll just change Ghost to Overkill. For example, I'll use my class there, it's probably the best one, and I'll go through the attachments for you real quick. So obviously, again, suppressor, perfectly fine. You're not going to be aiming and walking at the same time. Damage range, then you got the suppression again. All these are terrible, and you want to go with the bullet velocity again, the damage range. You don't have to worry about the aim down sight. Speed again, because if you hit the shot and you've got the damage, you're going to kill them straight away. Laser sight, you don't have to worry about it. It does put a little bit more on it. As you can see, it does put quite a lot on it. If you want to go laser sight, then you can go laser sight, and you can use the regular scope. Obviously, by doing that, you can go there, and you can power it up a lot better. But for me, I would obviously use the variable zoom because obviously you want to aim down further. So that's also a good way. Stock does help on snipers 100%. The aim and stability, again, aim, walk, and movement speed. Don't have to worry about it at all. And then you can go FMJ if you want to go FMJ. That will hit the damage, but it does take the fire rate off, which isn't exactly good for your damage. You can use FMJ though, because it does obviously penetrate through walls, penetrate and give more damage. It's 100% a really good thing. I would recommend Sleight of Hand. You want to be fast, reload quick, fire rate. You want to have as many bullets and shots as possible. So that's 100% the best way. But that would be a really good class for you, 100%. I recommend it. And guys, that's basically how you would create a class. You've got your heartbeat sensor for, if you're a starter, heartbeat sensor is definitely the go-to. Without further ado guys, it's been Northous, it's been my class setup. This is how to create the best class possible in Warzone, with all the different stats, all the best tips to do so. And you just want to look at the green bars, guys. You just want to look at your stats. Stats are number 1. You follow the stats and you will destroy. Once you unlocked all the attachments for that weapon, or even if you don't, use the attachments that you have. Use the attachments that you have available. So for example, if you only have the comp, I'm just going to call it the comp, then obviously you use that because it's got the mobility, the control, and it takes off the range, fair enough, but your mobility isn't needed, but the control is. So if you're going to be in close range, if you're going to be camping, you can camp if you want to camp, you know. Not my type of playstyle, but then it's going to be good. Again, all the rest of them I wouldn't really recommend because they just take off your range and your accuracy. But yeah, if you only have up to the comp, then just use the comp. But obviously the monolithic suppressor is your best option, 100%. Well, without further ado, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Appreciate you guys stopping by as always. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for dropping by as always. Catch you guys in a bit. Take it easy. Have a nice day. Have a nice night, guys. I'll see you in the next one, boys. If this guys help you, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, put the post notifications on, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.